All right.
Go ahead.
All right. What's up, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today I'm joining the Gomez Report, and I'm also joining Gen Z Patriots. And today we're going to be talking about. I'm actually going to be discussing a few things with the Gomez, as Gomez's school apparently has decided to take disciplinary action against him in various aspects. I'm still a little new to the situation, so that's why Gomez is going to be. I'm going to be asking Gomez a couple of questions, and we'll go on from there. So. Gen Z, introduce yourself, and then we'll go on to Gomez. And Gomez, you can go ahead and explain the situation as it has developed.
Yeah, so I just made a video about this yesterday since Gomez told us about his school trying to take disciplinary action for wearing a shirt and posting it on YouTube. So yeah, that's all I'm in with this situation. Go ahead, Gomez.
And then Gomez, so obviously this is your channel and everyone knows who you are, but what exactly what is the situation with the school? And I'm gonna say this to everyone that's in chat. We're not gonna be revealing anything. Obviously, that would be Gomez doxing himself. So that's a not how we're gonna do it. Also, Gomez, you should probably make me a moderator on your channel, just
Okay, I'll do
in
that.
case.
Yeah, I'll do that. So today we have contacted our lawyers, and so basically what he said, he's gonna do more research, but I did my own research, and there's literally nothing that I could be like legally charged with because I live in a one-party consent state, Ohio, and what that does is as long as one person gives the other person permission, which that's me because I gave myself permission. I'm that one party, then I can legally record. So we're good. But the thing is they are now trying to take down my video, and honestly, they're probably watching right now. So I mean, yeah, that's really like that all that can happen. But today we got in contact with the school because the school they call my dad, and they also said that they're going to discipline me if the video's not taken down. And I'm sorry, but I'm not taking down that video. Like, you guys exposed yourselves. I'm sorry about that. i I really don't even got much to say. That's really all. But yeah.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing about it that I've what's up, teachers? That's the thing about it that I was really saying is that the state of Ohio is a one party state, meaning that as long as one person can consent, and the fact that you have lawyers involved right now shows the severity of the situation. So what what exactly led you to record the situation in the first place? And so, like, for those watching right now, who may not know what the situation is, like, what exactly led you to record the your teacher and about your shirt?
So I woke up, took a shower, put on my clothes, then I put over the hoodie. It's really cold up here in Ohio. I'm sorry, but like, so I get to school. Okay, I walk in the door. This dude, he pulls me aside. Hey, you can't wear that hoodie. Okay. I was going to just like completely not just listen to him, but it was really loud, and I really did want to get like a recording of the dude just completely denying my First Amendment right. So I took it off, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go back to the office and get it then when I can still record. And right then, most people like they're like, oh, why'd you let the principal take your hoodie? Well, it's I mean it's either that, and I would have actually been able to be prepared to record later on, or I would have never been able to get into recording, and I would have like actually been in more trouble. But yeah, so that's really what led to me actually recording the guy because he was very rude with me, very very hostile, but he claimed to be like nice and like oh, and you guys seen the video. He was a jerk.
Hey, Gomez, I have a question.
What's up?
So with the principal, are you looking to get him fired for trying to do it, or like what do you want to happen?
What I want to happen is equal treatment. So the like you guys heard of my last video, the video. There's people that walk around with "No justice, no peace" mask, and if that's not okay, then my hoodie should. I mean, I'm sorry. If my hoodie's not okay, then that definitely shouldn't be okay because that is actually inciting violence. Mine is just promoting the Second Amendment.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing about it is like, it's like, I believe that if one, sorry, there was a something on my wall. Anyway, so that's the thing about it is like it's basically like if careful what you discuss in regards to the case. Yeah. So don't reveal too much because if it does end up going to court, then I believe like anything that you post publicly can be admissible. So this is more of just like an interview. It's just more of a like a discussion about what's going on. Yeah, and that's the thing is like and I remember the person in the video saying that one doesn't directly correlate the violence because the image of a weapon on your shirt an image of the weapon on your shirt, that basically it's easy to relate that to violence. But then, you have a couple other shirts, you basically have to make a whole section in the student handbook that basically says that, oh, well, this is, political shirts are not okay. Anything relating to current events is not okay. So it's a complicated situation, and I'm the school may be trying to act with good intent on their side. At least in my experience, that's usually how schools try to act. But I live in Texas, so
my dad's actually calling me right now. I'll be back.
Okay. So yeah, I mean that's the thing is. I mean, I don't understand why, you can wear one thing because, oh, well, that doesn't have a direct correlation to violence, no justice, no peace, which that's a very debatable topic. But then, turn around and say, oh, well, I mean, a Second Amendment shirt, that's a bad idea because, I mean, hell, I mean, go to school with a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt, see what happens.
Also, I find it interesting that they're just talking about this situation, and they're not talking about the situation where the teachers are bashing Trump and saying how Trump supporters are usually uneducated and usually really dumb people. They're just talking like, of course, they're only going to bring up the situation where he tries to get back his hoodie that they say incited violence, but they're not going to bring up any of the situations where the teachers were bashing Trump and he recorded that.
Yeah. And I believe the other thing about it is that and I was kind of waiting for Gomez to come back on this. Someone actually brought up a really good point in chat. Let me actually find it. Let me look. So it was basically like okay, so it's like stop acting like you wore the hoodie just to be warm. You wore it to trigger a response. And that's what I wanted to ask Gomez whenever he got back, is whether that was a what it. I wouldn't ask for his intention. I actually wouldn't do that again. Like we're on like a tready water right now with just the whole situation, so we don't want to make it worse or anything.
My question doesn't even matter if he was trying to trigger a response. The school still doesn't have the right to take it away. Like, even if Gomez was trying to trigger a response, then it wouldn't even matter because he still has the right to wear it and it wouldn't make any difference at all.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and leave that question out. So disregard that.
What question? What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, so I just got in contact with my dad, and he did say that they don't want to talk to him no more because we do keep on bringing up the fact where we're saying like where in the handbook does it say that I wasn't allowed to wear that? And as you can see
Yeah,
in the
that's
video,
actually what
he
I wanted
like
to go to.
completely he doesn't care about that. Right. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. They're being super petty. They don't want to talk to my stepdad because like he knows my mom is like she's not really like knowledgeable on these type of stuff, not as much as my stepdad, and they don't want to talk to him because he actually knows what he's talking about.
So you said that you said they said what on the phone call?
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you did.
A little.
Wow. Okay. So my dad, my stepdad, he just got in contact with me, and so we have a friend that works at the school, and she says that there are always women, like little girls, like not little girls, but like high school girls, like wearing like inappropriate stuff, I guess you can say, and that's allowed, but not what I was wearing.
Yeah, see, that's the that's one of the hard things about it is that like it's basically like what are you gonna enforce? And some of them they know, and I believe one of the reasons why they think that is, again, they're thinking that it's trying to draw a response, and that's one of the biggest things about it is that like I and again, Gomez, don't answer whether you were trying to draw a response or not, because again, we're on tready water, so I don't want you to say something that you shouldn't say. So the thing about it is yeah, I'm trying to figure out like a way to kind of like lead this in, because you know there's a very likely chance that that your school administration could be watching this, and they're trying to.
No, they're definitely watching this. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. So yeah, I mean that's the thing is, like, is there any? Okay, so that's actually what. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm sorry. Had a mind blank there. Okay, so that's one of the other things, and I don't think we actually said this, and you kind of brought it up a second ago, is that the student handbook basically doesn't say anything about it. And even whenever you brought it up in the video, so I guess we're going to be specifically talking about the video, because everyone already knows the video. And the thing about the video is that like they don't even answer your question when they basically say like, are you gonna like, where in the student handbook does it say like that you cannot wear this? And then you ask him that question like directly, and he says he doesn't even answer the question. And then whenever it comes to your parents actually asking the same questions too, there's nothing in the student handbook that doesn't allow you to record with your device. It doesn't say that you're not allowed to wear a political or Second Amendment shirt specifically. And the lovely thing about student handbooks is that if it's not in the student handbook, then what rules are you breaking?
Yeah, and I think
Exactly.
we pretty much all agreed though now that it wasn't against the rules of the school, and the school was just making this up because it was a Second Amendment shirt. So I think the school probably knows now that they're in the wrong, but they're still trying to fight this because they want to seem like they're right.
Well, they're making rules up as they go, and I was like, then why don't you guys change the rules? One guy, the dude, he said no. He didn't even explain that it's the Board of Education who does that. And the woman, I don't even know why she was talking to me, but she's like, that's the Board of Education. I'm like, okay, whatever. But again, I wasn't offended that they told me to take down my hoodie. Like that's not even a problem. It's the fact that they are giving other people actual chances to incite violence by wearing no justice, no peace mask. That's the point. That's my point, and I don't think a lot of the people hating on us understand that.
But that's the thing about it, is that like if
But I wasn't trying to trigger a response. I was just wearing my hoodie. Go ahead.
that's one of the other things too, is that if you're basically I'm totally sorry, my mind just drew another blank. I'm still kind of waking up, so that's the reason why I'm whoa. Okay, so actually, that's what I was going to go for. So basically, I think the reason they're thinking about it in a specific way is because, you know, Black Lives Matter, and I mean, we could get into a whole discussion about Black Lives Matter and everything. I think we've already done that in the past couple of streams. I think it kind of like relates to egalitarianism, about you know, what is perceived as socially right, like in this day and age. And if, you know, if you turn on the news and stuff like that, you know, being there's cases where, you know, kids are, you know, bullied or something like that. I was particularly bullied back in school whenever I was pro-Trump, and you know, I understand what it's like to be in that situation. I've never been in a situation as you've been, so that I fortunately have not had that displeasure. But the thing about it is, you know, the difference between a no justice, no peace and, you know, a gun T-shirt is that, you know, your shirt, it basically has an image of a gun on it. And whenever you think of a gun, you're thinking about what that gun is capable of doing. And then whenever it comes to, you know, no justice, no peace, that's about a social movement. That's about Black Lives Matter. That's about, you know, the fight for social equity and justice. And I'm just kind of painting this in a light. I'm not really, you know, trying to take a side on Black Lives Matter or anything like that. Some people already know my opinion on Black Lives Matter. But my point basically is that, you know, a lot more people at any school in particular is going to get more uncomfortable looking at the image of a gun than they would at a no justice, no peace mask.
I have a question for Gomez.
Well,
so
let me tell you this. Most people, one second, Gen Z. I've had a lot of people compliment that hoodie, and actually, I've had one teacher compliment my hoodie. I'm not going to say who it is, obviously. I mean, duh. But I'm not going to tell the school that, because if the school finds out, they will definitely, like, they will punish that teacher. And it's like them monitoring my account, them doing all this stuff. Like, why? What's the point of trying to discredit a student who exposed you?
And that's the thing about it too, is like, this is your private YouTube account. Like, the school really shouldn't have any control. So the thing about it is that the moment, you know, you brought that, you started recording that basically allowed them to, you know, I'm not like, I don't necessarily think like what you know, their reaction is unjustified, but if they were to take action against you, that's what's questionable about it, is that, are you allowed to take action? Because if they're basically saying that you cannot record that, then if there's like a situation where a student, you know, feels uncomfortable and then has to record, then that basically is creating precedent for that student to be able to say, hey, like, I mean, think about this kid. He got like like thrown around the bin just for recording. So like, if that's what happened to him, then I'm not going to be able to do that. And it's just that I also think that the school is possibly trying to do this because they're trying to save face. They're trying to save their image, and that's the other thing too. And I mean, I don't know if the school admin is watching this video, you know, what what exactly does YouTube know about the school? Like, you did not reveal any information. You didn't reveal names. You didn't. I mean, the amount of bleeps in that video kind of made me annoyed. So you did your work, like your proper work, to stop private information from being leaked on the internet. And I mean, all we have is just like the situation itself. We don't have what school it's in. We don't have what city it's in. We don't have.
We do have the city correction.
Oh, I thought I would have to look at the video again. I don't know if that was revealed or not. I know I do, but I wasn't gonna say it. So yeah, that's the thing about it, is like, this is your private YouTube channel. Like, the school really doesn't have any control over it. And whenever you're on school grounds, you know, you're not making YouTube content. You're not doing anything to disrupt, I guess. You didn't do, and especially in that video, you didn't do anything to disrupt the class. You know, your phone wasn't even out. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I do believe, in my opinion, that the school is going a little too far with these actions.
And I have one. Can I ask one
All
question
I
to
asked of
Gomez?
the school.
Sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, so I was just gonna ask. They're talking
No,
about
go
this.
ahead. I'll tell you.
All right, they're talking about this incident where they took away your hoodie, but are they not even going to ignore that they're the ones that broke the law, where your teachers are in the classroom saying how Trump people that voted for Trump are uneducated, even though the stats
No,
that
they
wrong.
wouldn't really. They wouldn't really be breaking the law whenever they do that. Teachers are.
Well, you're not allowed to give your political opinions in class. I'm pretty sure, at least in the state of California, you're not.
Or
Yeah, but
religious
that's
opinions, either.
California.
Maybe, I don't know, but in Cincinnati
No, I
law,
think it's
are
like
they
the same
allowed?
way, with Ohio, you're not allowed to give your political.
Yeah, view in class. I know that's how it is in
To be
California.
honest, I don't know about the political stance. As far as like giving opinions, but last time I checked, you weren't allowed to give like your political influence or religious influence. You weren't allowed to. So if you teach like Christianity, you got to teach Judaism and Islam. You got to teach all three.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's how it goes. You have 105 people watching this video. That's awesome.
I know. But again, all I ask of the school is to change the dress code, because that was not specific. I showed you guys the dress code. That was not specific enough. That a gun that says essential, that is not inciting violence. That is promoting the Second Amendment.
Yeah, and that's the question that, I mean, it's like, if you actually did lawyer up, like, yeah, that is a interesting question, is like, why can the school basically like, if you say, well, that's not what this shirt means, you know, because every shirt that we wear, especially whenever it relates to, you know, a band, or whenever it relates to just something maybe even political, like, that shirt can be perceived in many different ways. You know, it's like, the school seems to think that, you know, just because it has the image of a gun on it, that their thoughts is that they don't want a lot of other kids to get uncomfortable because of the history of guns in schools. So that's one of the things about it, is that, like, is the school really going to tell you and basically, you know, drive the conversation, like, this is what the shirt means, whenever you basically say, no, it's promoting the Second Amendment, it's promoting an amendment to the Constitution? Then, you know, if promoting the Second Amendment is not okay, then, you know, is promoting the 13th Amendment not okay? Is promoting the 19th Amendment not okay? Is, like, I mean, hell, I mean, is promoting the 25th Amendment not okay? Like we have 27 amendments to the Constitution of the United States. Yeah, I know, right? I'm mostly referring to, like, whenever they were.
Amendment is
no amendment is absolute.
Yeah.
Quote by the president.
Yeah. Well, okay, look. So that wasn't the full video. The other part of the video is just like him. He, the guy at the end of it. He was more, I guess, trying to get me to understand where he was coming from. But I don't care if you're going to stop someone from wearing something that they support, but you won't stop another person for wearing something that they support, inciting violence, then where are
Yeah.
your standards?
So here's another thing, and someone in chat actually made up a really, really good point, and I think this is what I was referring to before we even went live. Fun fact, anytime a student is on school property, your constitutional rights are suspended. So that's one of the biggest things, is that, you know, if it's one person, and especially if it's, you know, one person referring to you, then, you know, you can't really do much about that. But I mean, if there's going to be like, you know, like a school walkout or something like that, like I believe there was a lot of school walkouts after the Parkland, Florida incident. And whenever that happened, you know, how are you really going to suspend, you know, hundreds of students whenever they walk out of your building? But then whenever it comes to one student, you know, it's a lot easier to do that because it's just one student, and they probably don't have a backing behind them. They unless, you know, like your school basically, you know, a lot of students in your school basically come out and say we're going to walk out of school in support of Gomez. That's another thing.
We all go to Cincinnati and we march for Gomez.
Oh, hell
One
yeah.
sec. Let me talk about Taylor Bridges' point. Okay. I've literally said this multiple times. I don't know if you guys are listening. People like Taylor Bridges. I'm sorry, but I want you guys to understand. I do not care that they told me to take off my hoodie. But the point is how are they gonna deny me that right, but then accept a person actually inciting violence? Where
and
are
that's
your standards? And I don't
that's
know
the question is.
and again, that's my point.
That's the question, and that's like what a lot of us are concerned about, is that there is a double standard whenever it comes to that. Why are you going to allow someone to wear a political and again, like, when the person wearing it probably wouldn't say like that's not political to wear that. I've had conversations like that many a times, and they basically said like, how is promoting Black Lives Matter political? Like, how is promoting Black Lives political? Again, that's a different discussion. So yeah, that's one of the questions, is why have that double standard there? And especially whenever it's about political current events and political opinion. So yeah, I mean, that's really stupid that I never said I was right. I'm just saying that's what the school is going to say. Yeah, and that's the other thing is, and that's why I was saying a minute ago, is that whenever you're not over the age of 18, you know, do you have constitutional rights? Sometimes you don't. And it really depends on who is quote unquote violating those rights. And I believe, and I'm not saying, you know, like kids don't have constitutional rights. Of course, everyone has constitutional rights, no matter if you were born or like from the moment you're born all the way up to, you know, the moment that you die. So really, you know, because you're not old enough to make your own decisions. Like, what's the what's the age of like quote unquote adulthood in the state of Ohio? Like, is it
18.
16, 17, 18?
18.
It's 18. So yeah, that's one of the other things, is that like like in state of Texas, it's 17. And that's whenever, like, you know, you're considered an adult, like, by the state. And whenever you're below that age, it's really, really hard for you to, you know, pull out the, you know, like, this is my constitutional right card, because I mean, you don't necessarily have the legal right to really do anything. And that's one of the things that sucks about being under a certain age in the United States, is that like sometimes like your rights are basically sometimes ignored just because of your age.
I just looked it up, and the age of consent in Ohio is 16 years old.
Not the
I
age
don't
of
know if that's
consent. It's
okay.
it's not.
Oh,
yeah. There's a difference
Yeah,
between the
that's-
age of consent and
oh, it's 18. Yeah, he's right. It's 18.
So it says, yeah.
Say,
So in the
look
state
up
of
what the law
Ohio, when you
requires
turn it,
you or requires the school diploma. That's very good.
says in the state of Ohio, when you turn 18, the state
What was that?
recognizes you have all the rights and responsibilities of an
Oh,
adult,
someone's in my
except with
backyard.
regard to drinking laws.
Dude, okay, like, this is gonna suck. We're gonna be in from bumpy ride, and like for real, like my base as it is, I only have 10,000 people like following me, so like this is gonna be really hard compared to like I don't know James O'Keefe. Like he would blast right through this, but me, bro, this is I for real don't even know like what's gonna happen because okay. So like I said yesterday, last night, they said that they were gonna discipline me. Okay, I don't know what that means. It could be from detention, suspension, and I think maybe even expelling me. I really do not know. Hurting feelings on who?
Does YouTube allow underage kids to have a channel? So long as they're above the age of 13, they are allowed to have a YouTube channel, like their own private YouTube channel. And that's the other thing I actually wanted to lead it into is that unless you are violating the terms of service of YouTube, they cannot do anything to your YouTube channel. Like not at all. Like nothing. They absolutely cannot do anything
I
to you
know.
unless you are violating the terms of service of YouTube.
Yeah, no, I get it. We checked the handbook. There was literally nothing that said that we couldn't record, and there was nothing in the dress code that said I couldn't wear what I was wearing. They do that. They make it like so like they don't explain it all the way through, so then they can find loopholes and then like to decide what they want and see if it's violent or not. When it like so my hoodie, all it said was essential. It didn't say like I'm not trying to get like banned, but it didn't promote any violence. All it said was essential. And actually, instead of promoting violence, it promoted the Second Amendment. And my mom said, and I agree with her, she said that our family, we don't see it as promoting violence, we see it as promoting more freedom.
And that's a pretty good assumption. I mean, like a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about what the Second Amendment means to them. Some of them see it as, like it's a violence, like it allows like people to own things that they shouldn't own, and then other people see it as a key way to freedom and liberty and how to hold that liberty in times of toughness.
We have to see what happens because honestly, I really don't know what's going to like come out of this. The school already said that they're done contacting my stepdad based on because he actually knows what he's talking about. But they said that they're going to contact my mom instead because she's the lead, like she has custody. She's a custodial parent, and like for them to do that, go for my mom because my mom is I don't want to say like a pushover, but compared to my stepdad, yes. And I might even be considered a pushover. Like I'm trying to play this passive aggressive while they both are trying to play totally different. So I don't know, man. This is like super stressful. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. This is all new to me. Like I don't know. Let me add Gen Z back in the chat.
Oh, turn your camera off, boy.
It always does that.
Passive aggressive is a mental disorder, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't quit bringing this to the big media. I dare the school to debate this in public. I don't honestly. They wouldn't like survive off that, and they can't do anything legally because I made sure to bleep out all the all the words that could like trace back to me, my family, the staff, the school. So I'm golden, but I really don't know how to like play my cards as far as the school
They're just
discipline
trying to
goes.
pressure you. That's the thing, is that they're trying
I
to
know.
use their power over you to pressure you.
I think they think you're a dumb
Yeah, no,
kid and they
definitely.
could just threaten you
no.
to take down the video.
I wouldn't
And
even
then
necessarily say that they think he's dumb. They just they have that power, and they're using that power to influence him and his parents to do what they want. And it's, I mean, you could take down the video, but then, we could have, discussions like these where we're basically just talking about the situation and all that. I mean, but then, if he does take down the video or unlisted or something like that, like then he basically then that's him backing down. And that's the thing. Should you back down in a situation like this?
Not sure if you're intentionally doing it, or perhaps you are not aware of it. Many of your words sound like it's being fast forwarded, though. Edited. No, so I actually didn't fast forward anything, but I did cut off the end. If you guys would like to see that part, I mean, it's stupid, but if you guys would like to, I could post it on my other channel. I just edit some things real quick and edit as far as bleep out some names. So like my mom's name, I cut off her name. I cut off my middle name because like if you knew my middle name, I mean like that would, you could probably trace back to like what I look like, everything, my personal life. But if you guys would like, because I don't want to keep any, I don't want to make it seem like I'm keeping anything for you. I will post it. But again, it's really nothing. It's just me like, okay, I understand. Yeah, I get it. He was trying to relate to me, I guess. But again, yes, I will post that on my other channel if you guys would like.
Is that the channel that we made?
No, so my actual Gomez Media. So my the other one. It's
Okay.
the one that my cousin runs, but I also help it. So he was actually like, I think he got striked once, but yeah. So I'll do that if you guys want me to. But someone asked, why would you take it off? You did nothing against the dress code to break the law. I was in the cafeteria and I couldn't pull out my phone because, like, I mean, I couldn't do it at that moment because I wanted it to be like strictly they didn't know, so I had to wait. All I did was walk in. I wasn't doing it intentionally. Wait, it is his micro connection. Wait, what's wrong?
Which one?
His
me?
micro connection. Native Lucifer. But okay, so John says, "Gummy, gummy, fam, listen to me, Hermana. Let it go. You got to prepare for the big leagues." I'm sorry, but I'm not letting this go. And it's not because I don't want to let it go. It's because the school is attacking my channel. And it's too late now. It's too late. We got to go through this. And I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but we're going to have to find out.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. I mean, a lot of people in chat are basically telling you not to back down, and something is happening to the mics. Let me listen.
Really?
I think they're talking about how your
Just
mic.
people.
I think they're telling you about how your mic is kind of like cracking because whenever you speak, it's kind of like. I can at least
really?
hear that. Yeah, like just a little
Maybe
bit, but I wasn't necessarily
bad?
bothered by it.
Is it
Yeah,
bad,
it's not like you're unintelligible, but it's like an audible like cracking whenever
I
you're
mean, it's
speaking.
fine when I
yeah,
listen
no,
to it
dude,
on my
I need a
phone.
new mic. I need a new mic. But yeah, I'm not gonna say
Everyone
like
go to his Patreon so you
actually
can help him get a new mic.
Patreon. No. If you guys do donate, which I don't want to set up any fundraising yet. And that is just because I don't know how this is gonna play out. If we do take them and sue them, I don't know. But if we do that, then yes, I will set it up. And if you guys want to help, you guys can. But yeah, so I don't know, that's basically all, to be honest, about the school. I don't want to say too much that could screw me, but yeah.
Like that's the other thing too, and I mean like this is us asking you questions. Unless they want to pull up this video and say like, oh, well, he said this, and this on the stream. I don't know. I mean, that also just depends on whether they're, wanting to go after you for every little video that you make now. That basically, and then they would basically be saying like, oh, well, he's not allowed to have a private conversation on stream with two other YouTubers. So
Yeah.
that's
No, we're good. I mean, because like I haven't said anything that could like completely dissolve our case, if it does become one, if we were to pursue. But I mean, yeah, I really don't want to cause anything furthermore.
I saw someone.
But
I saw someone. Sorry, I saw someone say that instead of taking it to court, you should just send it to Fox News and Newsmax and ABL or whatever. Would you rather do something like that so it gets a lot of publicity, or would you rather take it to court?
Yeah. So what I want to. Yeah. So I mean, both. Why not both? We can do both. What I want to do is I was gonna make a video later on today. I don't know if I was like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. But so I was gonna make a video like asking you guys to check out the pinned comment and just email all of them, because in order to fight this, we're gonna have to spread more what's the word? We're gonna have to spread the word, because if not, I mean, we're probably gonna go down the toilet. I mean, this is all new to me, so I don't know. This has me stressed. I'm still late on some work. I don't know, like, but yeah. So I will make a video hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Probably tonight. Asking you guys to email these YouTubers. That'd be very awesome if you guys could do that. But yeah. So.
I mean,
Steven Crowder. I just heard about that. He got more YouTube strikes.
Oof, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing is, but the only thing about that, about if you were to send this out to, Steven Crowder, Alex Jones, Fox News, Newsmax, just, any media organization that you feel like could listen to you, are you ready if they were to accept that story and they wanted to talk about it further and run a story on it? Are you ready for that kind of publicity? Because if this is stressing you out, like, are you mentally, or
I would be able to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd definitely be ready for that. It's just, I mean, this would all be new to me, so I don't know. We just gotta wait and see. I will have a video tonight. I'll whip one up real quick after. 1 second. This dude says the school dislike video. LOL. Probably.
They're also saying that you should contact the that someone called the Quartering
Project Veritas.
Never heard of that?
Oh, the Quartering. Yeah. Oh, neither have I. But if they're going to help us, then yes, because this is a fight that we're all in. It's not just me, and I guess that gives me a little bit more hope, I guess you can say. But yeah, we're all in this together. If I lose, we lose. If I win, we win. We got to see what happens. But
and I'm pretty sure that me and Gen Z
will.
I'm pretty sure me and Gen Z will try to be with you every step of the way as it happens. So I'm pretty. I still think, like, personally, I believe that. Personally, I feel like I'm lucky that I got out of school at the time that I did, because if I was in school at this time, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'd be doing, because I just would not be able to do that. I got out of school about 4 years ago, 2017, and that was right after Trump became president, and I basically got out just in time. So if you don't want to
Someone
talk about
said-
that, well, go ahead.
Someone said if you had proof of your classmates wearing those BLM masks, Crowder would be all over it. If I find the kid again, and like I see him a lot, the last time I seen him was like 2 weeks ago. That when he was wearing the mask. So yeah, I will try to get that mask, like get a picture of him wearing it, because again, that's not okay that he's allowed to wear that, but I'm not allowed to wear my hoodie.
Yeah, that's what I actually was just about to bring
what
up
were you
that
saying?
point. I was just about to bring up that point. You should get proof. You need to get proof that the
But
other
wait.
kids are wearing things and they're not.
How are you
and
gonna-
I'll definitely blur out his face.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're getting proof, you're again like that's. I necessarily would be very, 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 very careful with that, because if that person comes out and
Mhm.
says, like, you know, why
Yeah.
are you using a picture of me? Why were you taking pictures of me? Like, that's gonna drag
no.
someone else into the
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, I'll definitely blur out the face. the
Even if you
hair,
blur out
just-
their
just the
face,
mask.
they're gonna know who it is.
Well, not the internet. No, they won't be able to see it. But if I shared it to the school, I don't know what they would do. They would probably feel salt, because like they know that they're in the wrong now, because he's been wearing that the entire year. But I mean, yeah. So
And I'm pretty sure it's the end of the school year too, right?
yeah, I think we have like 2 weeks left. So thank God that it's pretty close. We do have a lot of testing, but I'm not gonna let them push me around. I mean, I'm only 16. I don't want to say any names. I was gonna say any, but I don't even want to degrade them, because they don't understand that they have a very clear bias. You know, the students, they're a bit different. The students are like half and half, half conservative, half liberals, those who do care about politics anyways. But the teachers, most that I have met are very left leaning. But I even have some left leaning teachers that are actually really cool, but they don't put their bias on me, and that is what I want.
Here,
Is leftist teachers who don't actually put their bias on people, and even right wing teachers. If they don't push their bias on me, I'm fine with that. But when it goes, when leftist teachers are pushing their agenda on students, brainwashing them when they don't know a thing about politics, that is
Yeah,
why we have
I
so
absolutely
many
agree.
kids and turning to communists. And people support like homeschooling, but I'm sorry, but if we do that, if we support all of us homeschooling, then the liberalism will rise. What we need to do is teach our kids from a young age, and like let them go to like school, normal school, like 7th grade, 8th grade, so then they actually know how to defend themselves. Like politically speaking, they know what they're talking about. If you get them to do the research, that's how I was. And
Sorry.
go ahead. No, basically,
No,
done. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I saw this question. Are your parents behind this? Are they okay with you not going to school today? And are they like willing to go to court over this?
Yes. And the school, okay, so the school called last night, and they did say that they were going to discipline me. That was yesterday. And that they were also going to have a talk with me. That was all yesterday. And I'm not going in a room with more than 2 people or more than one person, because that's not even fair. That's not fair. And I don't want to I don't want to say anything stupid. I don't think I would, but just in case, I want to have someone else present, a moderator, whatever, just not someone or not some people who are all on one side against me.
Yeah, that's agreeable. That's the other thing too, and like I'm seeing a lot of stuff about this in chat and all that. One of the things, and I kind of wanted to say this, and then I'll say something else. Come on, are we really saying that homeschooling is better? Like homeschooling, because if you really want people to be homeschooled, like you're having your parents teach your values, but not every parent teaches the same values as you. So if you support homeschooling, then like unless you're saying, oh, well, only conservative parents should homeschool, like that's kind of weird.
Well, I think if you want to homeschool, that's fine. But if you want to,
Yeah, I mean, I
like,
think it's totally up
stop,
to the
like,
parents
far
whether they want to
leftist
do that. But
ideologies.
yeah,
Yes.
actually, that's what I wanted to say. Also,
If
is
you're
that like
homeschooled, that's fine. Dang, I ran out of water.
I would
Oh, sip of
also
water.
wanted to say something about this. Is like, yeah, I actually do agree with what you said. Is that basically like the kids who basically don't know jack anything about politics, and then I mean, last year was a big example of this because it was basically all the kids basically don't give a crap about politics, especially whenever they're in high school, and they just ignore it, and then the moment that something happens, and in this case it was the George Floyd killing, um I think it was stupid how a lot of people basically were just like, oh my god, politics exists, that means we need to be supportive of these Black Lives Matter, just because bad uh organization that say they do good means that they do good in every situation, and that if you disagree with me, then you're a piece of crap. And I saw massive examples where basically people who did not give a crap about politics, then turned around on me and said, oh, you need to support what I support because I say I know what they like, and the organization themselves, I mean, it's questionable. And I think it's stupid how a lot of people now just want to say like, oh, well, I'm smart. All the teenage girls who think they know everything about politics. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is basically, like the teenage white girl that gets into politics, and then they're just like, oh my god, like I'm so smart because I'm fighting for egalitarianism and all that. And they actually
I've been called white
probably have never.
supremacist.
Yeah, you've been called white
by my girl.
supremacist even though you're not white.
Hey, Gomez,
Well,
do you want
yeah,
people to like do you want people to contact like other outlets yet? Because I see a lot of people in chat saying that they're contacting Crowder for you.
mhm.
All right.
Yeah,
If
so
that's the
what I'm
case,
gonna do is I'm gonna
if
push
that's
the
the
video.
case, you should get everyone. You should get everyone to contact Crowder, and then he'll probably see it.
Probably. I mean, we got to see.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is post the video in a couple of hours, and the
Hey.
pinned comment is going to have a list of emails, phone numbers. They're public. They're public, so I'm not going to get in trouble for submitting them. So they are. You can contact. One sec. You can contact these YouTubers, these news outlets, and get the word around. If you guys can do that, that would be much appreciated. What are we gonna say, PG?
Okay, I have an idea. And I'm gonna. I don't know if I should say this right now or something like that. Are you familiar with who Right Eagle Politics is?
I do. Then
would you want me to contact him?
Is he into this type of stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I can kind of like run the story with him. I have a way that I can contact him, and so if you're interested, then I could see like, would you want to be on his like podcast or something like that, like because he usually streams every now and then, but he has over 100,000 subscribers, so like that's someone that I could get you in touch with.
Yeah, okay, that'd be cool. But okay, so Crowder isn't gonna bother with this lameness. Then why are you still watching? That's what I'm wondering. Why are you still here? If you want to stand up for the first minute, then go away. Get off my channel. If you want to, of course.
Anime profile picture. Oh.
But I guess if there's one thing that I could get out of whatever's coming, the storm that's up ahead, is fair treatment. We need to stop the bias in the school system because there's clearly a bias towards the left wing, and if we stop that, then we'll be golden. And honestly, that would stop like a lot of future far leftists. Were you saying something, Jimmy?
Me? No, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything.
So we got to see what happens. But okay. Well, okay. So I'm gonna have a video out with pinned comment that has all the emails, the contact information for these big YouTubers and news outlets. And also, this is like the highest amount I've had on a live stream. I think we had like 108 was our max. I want to
We
say.
had like 105,
But if you
106.
any yeah,
Also,
something like that. But
Gomez.
yeah. So
Someone-
if there's anything else you guys want to say, go ahead.
Gomez, someone on Discord DM'd you. His name is Patriot6, and he gave you a list of all the YouTubers
Yeah, I seen that.
and all the. You saw that? Okay, good.
Yeah, I seen that. But he didn't give me like any like actual contact information. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna go through those YouTubers and I'm going to try to find the actual email and
Oh, he gave me a
I'm
list
gonna
with
make
the
a note.
He gave me a list to give you with the contact information. I could send that to you if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. But
right.
if that's all you guys have to say, then I think we're done here.
All right, see you.
All right.
Politics Gaming.
Yeah, sorry. I was reading chat.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope that the situation ends up kind of resolving itself. Like, hopefully, the school kind of like sees the what exactly happens, but I think the school is just being a massive hypocrite about it. So hopefully the situation ends up resolving itself. Hopefully, I mean, going to court, that's going to be a hefty thing. And I really wouldn't like to see it to go to court. But from now on, I'll start saying hashtag equality for Gomez. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's come on. This is like the highest streamed podcast or highest viewed podcast like at one time. So I appreciate everyone that joined this podcast. We like to have these podcasts a lot, and we will be doing more podcasts. We're not going to be stopped from doing these podcasts just because a couple of school boys want to tell someone that they can't wear a freaking shirt. And I don't know. I think it's I think it should resolve itself, hopefully, and maybe the school will figure it out. But again, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like. Make sure y'all like this video so you can support Gomez. Let's go ahead and do what we can to support Gomez in this situation. And
we have
Gomez
227 likes on this video.
Wow, that is awesome. That's for one live stream. That's awesome.
I know, and it was only like an hour long. But thank you guys for like the support, saying that the quality for Gomez, bro. So let's start that hashtag. Let's start it up. But anyways, yeah. So if that's all in chat, so I think we're done. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll try to keep you guys updated as it continues.
Okay, bye. See you.
All right, see you, man.